We're about to embark on a journey through ancient Stoic philosophy, a treasure trove of practical insights that will equip you to overcome any obstacle and discover genuine inner tranquility. Today, we'll uncover 9 essential Stoic principles that will give you a distinct advantage over everyone else in your personal and professional life. In our modern era of constant noise, endless distractions, and overwhelming pressures, how do you maintain your composure and emerge victorious? These 9 keys represent more than mere survival tactics. They're sophisticated strategies for thriving in chaos while others struggle to keep their heads above water. Each principle we explore today serves as a master key, unlocking doors to wisdom, resilience, and the kind of unshakable serenity that our ancestors cultivated centuries ago. I encourage you to stay engaged throughout this entire presentation, because every single concept we discuss will be a game-changing tool for your personal arsenal. These aren't abstract philosophical theories. They're battle-tested strategies that have helped countless individuals transform their trials into triumphs and their setbacks into comebacks. If you discover value in what we're sharing today, I invite you to subscribe to our channel, give us an enthusiastic thumbs up, and type "keep it up" in the comments below. Your support helps us continue bringing you this life-changing content. Now, let's dive into our first transformative lesson. Lesson 1: Transforming Obstacles. A Stoic approach to victory. In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves confronted by a variety of challenges, ranging from minor inconveniences like a long wait in line to significant setbacks such as job loss or relationship issues. These obstacles can feel overwhelming and lead us to seek relief by sharing our struggles with friends or venting our frustrations. While it's natural to express our feelings during difficult times, the Stoics offer a compelling alternative, one that emphasizes the cultivation of inner strength, resilience, and a focus on what we can control. The Stoics understood that life is inherently filled with challenges. They viewed these obstacles as an integral part of the human experience. The philosopher Epictetus famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This insight teaches us that our response to challenges is far more significant than the challenges themselves. Instead of complaining or dwelling on our problems, we should strive to formulate solutions and foster our inner strength. As Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher and emperor, wisely noted, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This perspective transforms challenges from roadblocks into opportunities for personal growth and self-improvement. So, what does this mean in practical terms? It means that instead of continuously discussing our difficulties, we should concentrate on taking actionable steps to overcome them. For instance, when faced with a daunting project at work, complaining about it won't make it any easier. It might only amplify feelings of overwhelm. Instead, break the project down into manageable tasks, set achievable goals, and take consistent action. For example, if you're tasked with a complex report, start by outlining the key points you need to cover. Allocate time each day for writing, and celebrate small milestones along the way. This approach not only propels you forward, but also enhances your confidence and resilience over time. The Stoics also emphasize the critical role of perspective when dealing with challenges. In the thick of difficulties, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. By stepping back and reassessing our problems from a different angle, we often uncover new solutions or realize that our situations are not as dire as they seem. For instance, Imagine you find yourself stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting. Instead of lamenting the delay, consider using that time to listen to an inspiring podcast, practice mindfulness, or enjoy a few moments of quiet reflection. This shift in perspective can transform a frustrating situation into an opportunity for personal development, leaving you feeling more centered and calm by the time you arrive at your destination. The next time you encounter a challenge, resist the urge to complain or vent. Instead, take a deep breath, focus on what you can control, and take decisive action. Embrace the quiet strength that lies within you and let your actions resonate louder than your words. Remember, true strength is not about evading challenges. It's about confronting them with courage, resilience, and a stoic mindset. By adopting this principle, you'll not only navigate obstacles more effectively, but also cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and fulfillment. As you move through your day, remind yourself of the Stoic tenet that difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Embrace the obstacles you face as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient in the face of adversity. Lesson 2. The Art of Prudence, Guarding Your Inner World. In our interconnected world, it's easy to feel the pressure to share our thoughts and feelings openly, especially during challenging times. Whether in casual conversations or on social media, many people instinctively reach out to express their struggles. While seeking support can be beneficial, the Stoic philosophers remind us of the importance of discretion, the art of carefully choosing what to share and with whom. This practice is not merely about keeping secrets, it's about safeguarding our inner world and maintaining our emotional fortitude. The Stoics believed that our inner thoughts, dreams, and vulnerabilities are sacred. By sharing too freely, we risk exposing ourselves to judgment, misunderstanding, and even betrayal. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, wisely advised, "If you want to keep a secret, keep it to yourself." This statement underscores the necessity of protecting our inner sanctum, as not everyone has our best interests at heart. The most painful wounds can often come from those closest to us, making it crucial to choose our confidants wisely. Practicing discretion does not mean we need to become closed-off individuals. Instead, it encourages us to be intentional about whom we allow into our inner circle and what we share with them. For example, consider a sensitive situation at work where you are dealing with a difficult boss or a challenging project. Sharing your frustrations with a trusted colleague could provide support, but broadcasting your grievances to everyone might lead to gossip or misunderstandings. By selectively confiding in those who have earned your trust, you create a safe space where you can express your feelings without fear of judgment or backlash. Moreover, cultivating the art of discretion enhances our self-control and emotional resilience. In a society that often encourages oversharing, the ability to hold back becomes a valuable skill. For instance, if you are working on a personal goal, such as training for a marathon, sharing your plans too early might invite unsolicited advice or negativity. Instead, keep your training regimen to yourself until you are ready to share your achievements. This way, you can maintain your focus and motivation without being swayed by external opinions. Discretion also fosters self-awareness. When we choose what to share, we are prompted to reflect on our thoughts and emotions more deeply. This introspection allows us to clarify our values and intentions, ensuring that when we do choose to share, we do so from a place of confidence rather than a need for validation. As Epictetus said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This wisdom reminds us that listening to ourselves and our emotions is just as important as expressing them. Now here's your challenge: practice the art of discretion in your daily life. Be intentional about what you share and with whom, recognizing that your inner thoughts and feelings are valuable and deserve protection. Cultivate a sense of self-control, allowing you to honor your own boundaries and safeguard your vulnerabilities. Remember, keeping certain aspects of your life private isn't about being secretive. It's about valuing your inner world and choosing wisely who you allow to see it. By mastering this Stoic principle, you'll not only protect yourself from harm but also nurture a deeper sense of self-trust and inner peace. As you navigate your relationships, remind yourself that the greatest wealth is to live content with little. Embrace the quiet strength that comes from guarding your inner world, and you'll find that you can navigate life's complexities with greater ease and confidence. Lesson 3. Humility's strength, the quiet impact of deeds. In a world that often praises self-promotion and public recognition, it can be challenging to navigate the fine line between celebrating our achievements and maintaining a sense of humility. Many of us feel compelled to share our successes with friends, family, or social media, seeking validation and approval for our hard work. However, the Stoics teach us that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external accolades. This lesson encourages us to embrace humility and let our actions speak for themselves. The Stoics believed that true virtue lies in doing good for its own sake rather than seeking recognition or praise. As the philosopher Epictetus wisely stated, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This profound insight reminds us that our character and actions should reflect our values without the need for validation from others. When we focus on quietly doing our best, we cultivate a sense of integrity and authenticity that resonates more deeply than any outward display of success. Consider the analogy of a skilled gardener. A gardener who spends years nurturing a beautiful garden does not need to shout about their achievements from the rooftops. The vibrant flowers, lush greenery, and bountiful harvest are testaments to their dedication and skill. Similarly, when you concentrate on your personal growth and contributions to the world around you, your actions will naturally speak volumes. People will notice your dedication, competence, and genuine passion without the need for boastful declarations. In today's social media-driven world, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking external validation. We may find ourselves posting about our achievements, hoping for likes and comments, and measuring our self-worth by the number of followers we have. However, the Stoics would argue that true self-worth comes from within, not from the fleeting approval of others. As Marcus Aurelius pointed out, the opinion of 10,000 men is of no more value than the opinion of one. By focusing on your internal progress and becoming the best version of yourself, you cultivate a sense of self-confidence and fulfillment that is independent of others' opinions. To illustrate this point, think about a personal goal you've achieved, perhaps completing a difficult project at work or mastering a new skill. Instead of broadcasting your success to everyone, take a moment to appreciate the hard work and dedication that led to your accomplishment. Reflect on what you learned during the journey and how you can apply those lessons in the future. This practice not only reinforces your sense of achievement but also fosters a deeper understanding of your own values and motivations. Now, here's your challenge. The next time you achieve something significant, resist the urge to boast or seek validation. Instead, take a moment to acknowledge your hard work and growth and then quietly move on to the next challenge. Let your actions be your loudest proclamation. Remember, true success isn't about the accolades or applause, it's about living a life of purpose, integrity, and continuous self-improvement. By embracing the Stoic principle of humility, you'll not only achieve greater fulfillment but also inspire others through your quiet strength and unwavering dedication. As you reflect on your journey, remind yourself that humility is the foundation of all virtues. Cultivating this mindset will empower you to navigate life's challenges with grace and authenticity, allowing your genuine character to shine through in all that you do. Lesson 4. Strategic Reserve: Mastering the Unannounced Advance. In a world that often encourages transparency and the sharing of every detail about our plans and goals, it can be tempting to announce our intentions loudly, seeking validation from others. However, the Stoics teach us the value of strategic silence, keeping our future plans close to our chest. This approach not only protects our focus but also enhances our ability to execute our goals effectively, allowing us to move forward with confidence and clarity. The Stoics emphasized the importance of directing our energy toward actions we can control and accepting what lies beyond our influence. As Epictetus wisely advised, first say to yourself what you would be and then do what you have to do. This principle encourages us to concentrate on our actions rather than getting caught up in the chatter of what others expect of us or how they perceive our plans. Keeping our ambitions private allows us to maintain clarity and purpose, free from external distractions that might derail our progress. When we share our goals too early, we may inadvertently invite others' opinions, doubts, or expectations which can undermine our motivation. For instance, if you're working on a passion project or a business idea, revealing too much too soon can lead to well-meaning but discouraging feedback. This pressure can stifle your creativity and make you second-guess your vision. Instead, by holding your plans close until they are more fully developed, you can maintain your focus and creative freedom, allowing your ideas to mature without outside interference. Consider the example of a writer who is crafting a novel. Sharing early drafts with friends or family might lead to constructive feedback, but it can also introduce doubt and criticism that could derail the writer's momentum. Instead, many authors choose to keep their work private until they have a polished manuscript. This practice not only protects their creative vision but also allows them to build confidence in their abilities before exposing their work to the public eye. Similarly, think about a sports team preparing for a crucial game. Coaches often keep their strategies and plays under wraps until the last moment, ensuring that their opponents remain unaware of their tactics. This element of surprise can be a significant advantage. In your own life, maintaining a level of mystery about your plans can bolster your resilience and determination as you become less reliant on others' approval or support. As Sun Tzu, the ancient Chinese military strategist, famously stated, all warfare is based on deception. While we may not be in a battle, the idea of strategic maneuvering can certainly apply to our personal and professional lives. Moreover, practicing strategic silence can help cultivate a sense of self-reliance. When we depend too heavily on external validation, we risk losing our ability to trust our judgment and instincts. By keeping our plans private, we learn to make decisions independently and take full ownership of our journeys. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This realization empowers us to move forward with confidence, knowing that we are in control of our actions and responses. Consider a scenario where you're training for a marathon. Instead of announcing your goal to everyone, you decide to keep it to yourself until you've completed the race. This strategy allows you to focus on your training without the pressure of others' expectations. Each time you hit the pavement for a run, you're building your strength and endurance in silence, preparing for the day when you'll reveal your accomplishment. By the time race day arrives, you're ready to share your success without the burden of outside opinions weighing you down. Now here's your challenge. The next time you feel the urge to share your plans with the world, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself if sharing this information will help you achieve your goals or create unnecessary distractions. Will it empower you, or will it make you dependent on others' validation? Embracing the power of strategic silence creates space for your dreams to grow and flourish without the noise and pressure of outside influences. Remember, keeping your next steps a mystery isn't about being secretive or deceitful. It's about being strategic, focused, and self-reliant. By cultivating this practice, you'll build a stronger foundation for your aspirations and enhance your ability to navigate life's challenges with clarity and purpose. As you move forward, remind yourself that the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. Embrace the present moment, trust in your abilities, and let your actions speak volumes about your intentions. By mastering the art of strategic reserve, you not only protect your aspirations but also empower yourself to take decisive action, ultimately leading you to success on your own terms. Lesson 5. Cultivating serenity, eliminating gossip for inner peace. In our hyperconnected world, it's all too easy to get caught up in gossip and negative talk about others. Whether it's casual conversations with friends or the latest trending stories on social media, the tendency to discuss others can feel like a pervasive part of our daily lives. However, the Stoics teach us that true wisdom and inner peace come from focusing on our own actions and character, rather than judging or criticizing others. This lesson encourages us to rise above gossip and cultivate a more positive, productive mindset. The Stoics believe that our energy is best spent on self-improvement and contributing to the greater good, rather than engaging in idle chatter or negativity. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic philosophy. Instead of pointing fingers at others' shortcomings, we should strive to embody the virtues we wish to see in the world. By focusing on our own conduct, we can become more influential and positive forces in our communities. Engaging in gossip not only distracts us from our growth but also creates a toxic environment that breeds negativity. Imagine sitting in a workplace where colleagues spend their time gossiping about others instead of collaborating and supporting one another. This atmosphere can stifle creativity, decrease morale, and ultimately lead to a lack of productivity. In contrast, when we choose to refrain from gossip and focus on our own tasks, we create a more supportive and encouraging environment that fosters teamwork and innovation. Moreover, gossip can harm relationships and reputations, often leading to misunderstandings and conflicts. As Seneca pointed out, no man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. For he is not tested and therefore does not know what he is made of. When we engage in gossip, we not only diminish our own character but also contribute to a culture of judgment and negativity. Instead of tearing others down, we should uplift and encourage those around us, recognizing that everyone is fighting their own battles. To illustrate this point, think about a time when you refrained from engaging in gossip and instead chose to focus on your own goals. Perhaps you were in a group where someone was criticizing a mutual acquaintance. Instead of participating, you redirected the conversation to a project you were passionate about or shared a positive story about the person being discussed. This shift not only elevated the conversation but also strengthened your integrity and reputation as someone who promotes positivity and support. Now here's your challenge. The next time you find yourself tempted to engage in gossip or negative talk about others, take a step back and choose the Stoic path. Focus on your own growth and contribute to a more positive environment. Ask yourself, is this conversation helping me become a better person? If the answer is no, redirect your energy towards self-improvement or uplifting those around you. By rising above gossip and negativity, you not only enhance your own character but also inspire others to do the same. Remember, true strength comes from within, not from tearing others down. As you move forward, let the words of Epictetus guide you. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By choosing to focus on your journey and fostering a supportive atmosphere, you cultivate inner peace and serenity, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Lesson 6. Unsung altruism. The profound influence of silent goodness. In a society that often celebrates public acts of kindness and charity, it can be tempting to broadcast our good deeds and seek recognition for our contributions. However, the Stoics remind us that true virtue lies in performing good acts for their own sake, not for the applause or validation that often accompanies them. This lesson encourages us to embrace the power of unspoken kindness and understand the profound impact it can have on ourselves and others. The Stoics believed that genuine virtue exists when we act out of a sense of duty and compassion, rather than for external rewards. Seneca wisely noted, "The reward for a good deed is to have done it." This sentiment emphasizes that the true satisfaction of helping others comes from the act itself, rather than the recognition we might receive. When our actions are driven by a genuine desire to make a difference, the impact is far more meaningful and enduring. Consider a simple yet powerful example. Imagine a colleague at work who is struggling with a heavy workload. Instead of announcing your decision to help them in front of others, you quietly offer your assistance, taking on a portion of their tasks without seeking acknowledgement. This act of kindness not only alleviates their stress, but also fosters a supportive work environment. Your colleague may feel grateful, and this positive interaction can strengthen your relationship, creating a ripple effect of goodwill throughout the team. Moreover, engaging in unspoken acts of kindness allows us to cultivate a sense of humility and selflessness. In a world filled with social media updates showcasing acts of charity, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking validation for our good deeds. By choosing to help others without publicizing our actions, we reinforce the understanding that our worth is not determined by likes, shares, or comments. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius expressed this idea well. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This principle reminds us that embodying our values quietly and consistently is far more impactful than seeking external validation. Additionally, the practice of unsung altruism can contribute to our own emotional well-being. When we engage in acts of kindness without the expectation of recognition, we often experience a profound sense of fulfillment and inner peace. Research has shown that helping others can lead to increased happiness and reduced stress levels. This is a testament to the idea that giving can be just as beneficial for the giver as it is for the recipient. The more we practice kindness, the more we nurture our own sense of purpose and connection to the world around us. Now, here's your challenge. The next time you have an opportunity to help someone, do so without seeking recognition or validation. Whether it's lending a hand to a neighbor, supporting a friend in need, or volunteering your time for a charitable cause, focus on the act itself rather than the accolades that may come from it. Embrace the quiet strength that comes from being selfless and compassionate. By embodying the Stoic principle of unsung altruism, you'll not only create a positive impact on others, but also cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment and inner peace. As you move forward, remember that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Let your actions reflect your values, and watch how your quiet goodness inspires those around you to do the same. Lesson 7. Fortifying the self, protecting vulnerabilities, building resilience. In our journey through life, it's essential to acknowledge our vulnerabilities. They are part of what makes us human. However, the Stoics teach us that while we should recognize our weaknesses, we must also be strategic about how we share them. Broadcasting our vulnerabilities can leave us exposed and susceptible to manipulation or harm. This lesson focuses on fortifying ourselves by protecting our weaknesses while simultaneously building resilience. The Stoic philosophers understood that revealing our vulnerabilities to the world can be likened to a city without walls, open to attack and exploitation. Seneca cautioned, "The person who reveals their weaknesses to the world is like a city without walls." This powerful metaphor underscores the importance of safeguarding our inner selves while we work on personal growth. By being discerning about what we share, we can create a protective barrier that allows us to cultivate our strengths without unnecessary exposure. Recognizing our weaknesses is crucial for self-improvement, but it's equally important to approach this recognition with a mindset of resilience. Instead of dwelling on our vulnerabilities, we can focus on transforming them into strengths. For example, if you struggle with public speaking, rather than openly expressing your fear to everyone, consider taking a course or practicing in front of a trusted friend. By working on this skill privately, you protect your self-esteem while simultaneously enhancing your abilities. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This notion can apply to our strengths and weaknesses. The less we crave external validation, the more empowered we become. Moreover, cultivating resilience involves developing coping mechanisms that help us navigate challenges without feeling overwhelmed. For instance, consider someone who finds themselves frequently stressed by work deadlines. Instead of sharing this stress with colleagues, they might adopt practices such as time management techniques, meditation, or physical exercise to build their resilience. By focusing on personal strategies rather than broadcasting their stress, they create a solid foundation to handle future challenges. Another important aspect of this lesson is the power of strategic silence. Keeping our vulnerabilities private allows us the space to reflect and grow without the influence of others' opinions. This doesn't mean we shouldn't seek help when needed. Rather, it emphasizes the importance of choosing the right moments and the right people to confide in. Think of a soldier preparing for battle. They don't reveal their strategies to the enemy. Instead, they prepare in silence, honing their skills and strengthening their resolve. Similarly, we can prepare ourselves for life's challenges without exposing our weaknesses prematurely. Now, here's your challenge. Instead of broadcasting your vulnerabilities, focus on identifying them and developing strategies for improvement. Create a plan to address your weaknesses privately, allowing yourself to grow and strengthen in a safe space. Embrace the quiet strength that comes from this introspective work, and let your actions speak for themselves as you build resilience. By fortifying yourself against the world while simultaneously addressing your vulnerabilities, you'll cultivate a profound inner strength that empowers you to face life's challenges with confidence. As you move forward, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Guard your thoughts and vulnerabilities diligently, and allow your resilient spirit to shine through in all that you do. Lesson 8. Silent cultivation, nurturing ambition in privacy. In a world that often celebrates the act of sharing our dreams and aspirations, it can be tempting to announce our ambitions publicly in hopes of gaining support and validation. However, the Stoics teach us the profound value of nurturing our dreams in silence, allowing them to develop and flourish away from the prying eyes and opinions of others. This lesson encourages us to embrace the power of quiet ambition and understand how it can lead to authentic achievement. The Stoics believe that while dreams and aspirations are vital to our existence, they are also delicate and can be easily influenced by external factors. Sharing our ambitions too early can expose them to doubt, negativity, or even ridicule. As Seneca wisely advised, the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. This quote reminds us to focus on the present moment and take actionable steps toward our goals instead of becoming entangled in the opinions of others. Consider the example of a writer crafting a novel. Rather than sharing every plot twist or character development on social media, the writer chooses to work privately, allowing their ideas to evolve organically. This silence provides the freedom to explore various narrative paths without the pressure of external judgment. By the time the manuscript is ready for publication, the writer can present a polished product that reflects their vision, rather than a collection of half-formed ideas influenced by outside opinions. Moreover, nurturing ambitions in silence helps cultivate patience and resilience. When we keep our goals to ourselves, we allow them to mature gradually, celebrating small victories along the way. For instance, if you're training for a marathon, instead of publicly announcing your intentions, you might focus on your training regimen privately. This strategy helps you build stamina and confidence without the added pressure of others' expectations. By the time race day arrives, you're prepared to run your best race, and your quiet dedication will speak volumes about your commitment. Practicing silence also fosters self-reflection. When we take time to contemplate our goals without the noise of external opinions, we gain clarity about our true desires and motivations. This introspection allows us to align our actions with our values, ensuring that our pursuits are genuine and fulfilling. As Epictetus stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle applies to our ambitions. Our reaction to setbacks or doubts will shape our journey toward success. Consider another example involving a budding entrepreneur. Instead of sharing their startup idea with everyone, they choose to work diligently on their business plan and prototype in private. This approach allows them to refine their concept, seek feedback from trusted mentors only when necessary, and build a solid foundation. When they eventually launch their business, they present a well-thought-out product that has been carefully crafted, rather than an idea that has been diluted by outside opinions. The element of surprise can also create excitement in the market, drawing in customers who appreciate the unexpected launch. Now, here's your challenge. The next time you feel the urge to share your dreams and ambitions, take a moment to pause. Consider nurturing those aspirations in silence, allowing them to grow and develop without outside interference. Focus on taking actionable steps toward your goals, celebrating each milestone along the way. Embrace the quiet strength that comes from working diligently behind the scenes. By practicing the Stoic principle of silent cultivation, you'll not only create a fertile environment for your ambitions to flourish, but also cultivate a deeper sense of self-trust and resilience. As you move forward, remember that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. In this context, let your quiet dedication to personal growth and achievement serve as an inspiration to those around you, encouraging them to pursue their dreams with the same commitment and passion. In conclusion, nurturing your ambitions in silence not only protects your vision but also fosters personal growth. By allowing your dreams to develop away from external scrutiny, you empower yourself to achieve authentic and meaningful success on your own terms. Lesson 9. Embracing stillness, discovering strength in solitude. In our constantly connected world, solitude is often seen as something to be avoided. We are bombarded with messages encouraging us to socialize, connect, and always be on the move. However, the Stoics understood the profound value of solitude, viewing it not as a weakness but as a source of strength, clarity, and self-discovery. This lesson invites us to embrace moments of stillness and recognize the importance of cultivating a deep connection with ourselves. The Stoics believed that true self-discovery and inner peace often come in moments of quiet contemplation, away from the noise and distractions of everyday life. As Seneca beautifully articulated, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This insight emphasizes that much of our anxiety stems from the chaos around us and our tendency to dwell on future uncertainties. Solitude allows us the space to confront our thoughts and fears without external pressures, enabling us to gain perspective and clarity. Consider a simple yet powerful example: a person who regularly sets aside time for solitude, perhaps through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a walk in nature. During these moments, they can reflect on their values, aspirations, and challenges. This practice of self-reflection can lead to greater self-awareness and help them understand their true desires. By embracing solitude, they cultivate a deeper connection with themselves, gaining insights that guide their decisions and actions. Additionally, solitude fosters creativity and innovation. Many artists, writers, and thinkers throughout history have emphasized the importance of spending time alone to cultivate their ideas. For instance, the famous writer Virginia Woolf often advocated for a room of one's own, highlighting that solitude is essential for creative work. When we allow ourselves the freedom to think without distractions, we can tap into our innermost thoughts and express them authentically. Moreover, solitude provides an opportunity to recharge and rejuvenate. In a world that glorifies busyness, taking time for ourselves can feel counterintuitive. However, as Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. This quote reminds us that our inner world can be a source of comfort and strength, offering solace amidst external chaos. By intentionally carving out moments of solitude, we allow ourselves to restore our mental and emotional well-being. Now, here's your challenge: commit to embracing solitude in your life. Set aside regular time for self-reflection, whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence. Use this time to connect with your thoughts and feelings, allowing yourself to explore your aspirations and fears without distraction. Embrace the stillness and let it guide you toward greater self-discovery and empowerment. As you cultivate this practice, remember that solitude is the richness of self, as Seneca noted. By embracing stillness, you tap into your inner wisdom and creativity, ultimately fostering a more profound sense of fulfillment and purpose. The strength you gain from solitude will not only enhance your own life but also empower you to navigate the complexities of the world around you with grace and resilience. In conclusion, the practice of embracing stillness allows us to nurture our inner selves, fostering personal growth and clarity. By recognizing the value of solitude, we cultivate a deeper understanding of who we are and what we truly desire, ultimately leading us to a more meaningful and purposeful existence. As we conclude our exploration of the 9 Stoic keys to outsmarting life's challenges, it's essential to reflect on the profound wisdom these principles offer. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies not in the absence of obstacles but in our ability to navigate them with resilience, self-awareness, and purpose. Each lesson we've discussed serves as a guide to help you cultivate inner peace, develop your character, and lead a fulfilling life. From transforming obstacles into opportunities to embracing the quiet strength of discretion, the Stoic principles remind us of the power we hold within ourselves. By practicing humility and engaging in unsung altruism, we can create positive ripples in our communities while nurturing our ambitions in silence and taking the time for introspection. Embracing solitude allows us to recharge and connect with our innermost selves, providing clarity and focus as we move forward. As you embark on your journey, remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius: "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By choosing to cultivate a mindset rooted in Stoic principles, you can shape your reality and find fulfillment in every aspect of your life. Now is the time to put these principles into action. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, guard your inner world with prudence, and approach your ambitions with quiet determination. Allow the strength you develop from solitude and self-reflection to guide you through life's complexities. Ultimately, the journey of self-improvement and Stoic practice is ongoing. Each day presents new challenges, but with the keys we've explored, you are equipped to face them with confidence and grace. Keep practicing these principles, keep growing, and keep shining your Stoic light. The world needs more individuals who embody these values, leading lives marked by virtue, kindness, and resilience. If you found value in this content, please consider liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with friends or family who might also benefit from these Stoic teachings. Your support helps us continue bringing you insightful content that can inspire and empower others. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Stoic keys to outsmarting life's challenges. May you find peace, fulfillment, and strength as you continue to navigate your path.